Hi, I'm Jed from Cook Culture. So today I want to talk about something that I'm really excited about, and that is the new 12-cup food processor attachment from Vitamix. The reason I'm so excited is that I use my Vitamix every day, all day, every day. I'll use it breakfast, lunch, dinner. I'll do something in my Vitamix. The combination of the beaker, the 8-cup, 64-ounce beaker, and my Vitamix, 2.2 horsepower Vitamix, is brilliant. It does almost everything I need. But there are a few things in which I have to pull out my food processor for, which is kind of cumbersome. So what I'm really excited about is that this will be quick and easy to access. Toss it right on top of the base, and off I go. And what we're going to make today are power balls. So power balls are something in which we eat quite often in our house. Nice, quick, fast, easy food to take as a snack or nice to have as a treat after dinner. So I'm gonna make some regular nut power balls, and we're gonna be trying it with the new Vitamix 12-cup food processor. Okay, so making a power ball. So power balls are super simple. The idea is that you need to get the right combination of soft liquid, soft matter like oil, or something like peanut butter that I'm going to be using today, and then something that's hard and more drying. So that on the other end of the spectrum is some oats, rolled oats. And then in between, we're going to use seeds and nuts, and we're going to roll them in some cocoa powder, and we're going to use some salt and some maple syrup for sweetening. So I'm going to start with the thicker nuts first. And it really doesn't matter the combination of the quantity you use in these. If you are too wet, throw in some more oats. If you're too dry, put in some more peanut butter. It's as simple as that. I'll show you what the texture is that you want to end up with, because you don't want them to be too gooey, but it's nice to keep them in the fridge. So you want to have them nice and soft to start with, put them in the fridge, and they harden up. And then they're a nice harder ball. But if you make them too hard, once they go in the fridge, they come out like rock hard and they kind of break apart and they're not super great. So Brazil nuts, I'm gonna throw in maybe 2 handfuls. We've got maybe 1/3 of a cup of walnuts. We've got pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds. And put in maybe a handful in there. And then we're gonna get this guy on, and now the beginning of the test. And as you can tell, that's like a nice solid go. It didn't hesitate. The power is absolutely consistent. Okay, so that's been on long enough. It's actually made a nice little paste in the bottom here. So we've got a nice fatty paste. So that is definitely going to add nicely. It's got a really nice consistency to it. Nice and spongy. So that's a really nice start. So we're going to get that back on there. And now we're going to throw in some oats. And I like to not blend the oats too much. So I've got maybe, I guess, a cup and a bit of oats in there. And so we're going to do that up just a little bit. And off that comes. So that did really short work. All of that, so I've really incorporated that beautifully. So that did a really nice job. I'm really happy with that so far. Now we're gonna put in what my kids say is the magic ingredient, and this is the binder. So we're gonna put in, maybe there's a quarter cup, third of a cup of peanut butter in there. And this is also the part with the nuts, anything fatty that's going to harden it up once it goes into the fridge. And we'll get that back on. And the pulse actually also works on here. And a nice way to control that. So that is incorporating really nicely inside there for that power ball. So now we're going to do some seasoning. So we're gonna put in, what do we got in there? 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And a heaping 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And we'll get that back on there. Line that up. And again, that pulse function works really nicely. I find, like I was saying, I don't love to over blend at this point in time. Sometimes I'll even, from this point, put some of the sunflower seeds back in, and sunflower seeds and some of the pumpkin seeds, and again, for some texture. And get those in there. So now what we're gonna do, this guy has done its magic. This is really great. I not to be harsh against any other brand, but I'm preferring this right away from anything that I've ever used. And I've been using, a Roboku into, Cuisinart was the name. Breville is doing a tremendous job, and I love the Breville machines. But for a job in which I do often, I make power balls like this often, like just the power delivery and the evenness and the way in which right now it seemed to have really incorporated everything, and there's nothing stuck along the edges like in the corner. I'm really, really, really happy about that, because that's something that happens to me all the time. I'm constantly like getting into that dry area in the corner and folding it back in. So a little bit of a trick in making power balls, because of how fatty and sticky they are. I use disposable gloves for this job, because when you're grabbing some of that, it just comes right off your hands, which is nice. So we've got a nice mass of material that's blended beautifully, and that's just done a gorgeous, simple, easy job. So really happy with that. Love how it just fits onto the machine so easily. That's gonna pack away, light and easy to put away, pull out, not pulling out that large base that I do all the time. So what I'm gonna do now that I really enjoy doing, I'm gonna put a little bit of cocoa on the deck. I'm gonna take, maybe a 2 ounce size ball, maybe, 2 ounces, 1.5 ounces, and like so, and then go all around in the cocoa powder. So my food processor is going to be going on to Craigslist, and this guy is definitely replacing that. I'm really, really happy about that. So we've got these guys in store now, and we're excited. This is a fantastic, I think the best addition to the Vitamix that's ever been made.